The August sun scorched the quiet cul-de-sac where 12-year-old Emily Parker sat in her wheelchair, fanning herself with a worn-out comic book. Her parents were inside finishing dinner, and the air smelled faintly of cut grass and barbecue smoke from the neighbor's yard. That's when she heard it, a deep, thunderous growl rolling through the evening like a storm. The sound made the window panes rattle. Emily wheeled herself toward the end of the driveway, her heart pounding with a strange mix of curiosity and caution. A massive Harley-Davidson rumbled into view, its chrome catching the last shards of sunset. The rider was a mountain of leather and tattoos, his long gray beard fluttering in the wind. The patch on the back of his jacket read, "HELLS Angels." Emily's breath caught. Even at her age, she'd heard whispers about men like him, dangerous, untouchable. But as the bike sputtered and coughed, it coasted to a stop directly across from her house. The rider swung a heavy boot to the ground and cursed under his breath. Sweat streaked his temples. He removed his helmet, revealing sharp eyes softened by exhaustion. "Kid," he rasped, "you got any water? My bike's fine, but I'm about to keel over." Emily hesitated for half a heartbeat. Then she spun her chair and pushed hard toward the porch. "I'll get you some," she called, her small voice ringing with surprising certainty. Minutes later, she handed him a tall glass of ice water. He took it with a grunt, but his eyes lingered on her hands, thin and trembling from the effort. He drained the glass in one long gulp, then crouched to meet her gaze. "What's your name, sweetheart?" he asked. "Emily," she said, shyly tucking a strand of hair behind her ear. He smiled, a wide, unexpected smile that transformed his face. "Name's Bear," he said, offering a calloused hand. "You saved me from passing out. I owe you one." Emily giggled. "It's just water." Bear chuckled, a low rumble like distant thunder. "Sometimes water's more than just water." He winked, slid his helmet back on, and with a roar of the engine, disappeared down the road. Emily didn't tell her parents. It felt like a secret, like a tiny adventure tucked into an ordinary evening. Days passed. Life returned to its usual rhythm: school assignments, physical therapy, the gentle creak of her wheelchair across the porch boards. Then, one Saturday morning, the world shifted. The sound came first, an approaching avalanche of engines. The ground itself seemed to vibrate. Emily's mother dropped her coffee cup. Her father stepped onto the porch, shielding his eyes. From the bend in the road, they came. One after another. Dozens. Hundreds. Bikers, men and women clad in black leather, their jackets all marked with the same flaming skull emblem. 250 Hells Angels filled the street like a living tide, their engines purring in unison. Neighbors peeked through curtains. Some clutched their phones, ready to call the police. At the head of the pack rode Bear. He swung off his bike, his beard gleaming silver in the morning light. He strode up the driveway, holding something Emily could barely make out, a custom-painted helmet in brilliant pink and silver. "Emily," he called, his voice carrying over the rumble of engines. Her parents stiffened, but Emily wheeled forward, wide-eyed. Bear knelt beside her, his rough hands surprisingly gentle as he set the helmet in her lap. The paint shimmered with her name written in looping letters. "You gave me water when I needed it most," Bear said, his voice thick with emotion. "Today, we ride for you." He turned to the roaring sea of bikers. "Fire it up," he shouted. The engines roared like a storm breaking over the horizon. The entire neighborhood trembled under the sound. Emily's heart swelled. For the first time, the world didn't feel quite so small. For the first time, she didn't feel invisible. Bear leaned close and whispered so only she could hear. "You reminded us all what real strength looks like." And as the morning sun spilled gold across the endless row of motorcycles, the street became a river of chrome and thunder, carrying Emily's quiet kindness into the hearts of everyone watching.